Hi, everybody. I hope everybody is off to a good start of the new year. I hope you are doing well. Welcome to In the Kitchen with Alethea. I wanted to say that I hope you guys are um, working on your resolutions if you made them. Me personally, I don't make New Year's resolution, but if you do, I hope your new year is off to a good start. So today I'm going to do a quick little video on making roasting a Cornish game hen. So it's one of my favorite things to eat. So I'm going to be roasting one in the air fryer. A lot of people use air fryers more often. It's a lot easier on cleanup and also faster cooking. So I'm going to be using that today. So if you are new to the channel, show me a little love and hit that like button and also subscribe to the channel. So when I do other videos, you will be one of the first people to see it. So as I said, I'm going to be doing my my Sunday roast Cornish game hen with garlic and herb tonight. So I've already washed my hands and we are going to get started. So let's talk about Cornish game hens. Cornish game hen, they were very popular back probably in the 90s, 2000s, and people still eat them. But it's just really a baby chicken. What it is, people eat them all the time. It takes less time to cook a whole chicken when you make a Cornish game hen. So that's why I like them, and they are great for leftovers. So I make them all the time. So let's take a look at what we're talking about. We're talking about the Cornish game hen. It's just a little baby chicken, and they sell them in the supermarket. It's just like a chicken, but it's a little baby chicken. So you can find them in the supermarkets, in your grocery section, and also you might find them with two in the pack. So you can either find them individually or you can find them two in the pack. I found them individually. So that's what I have here. So again, this is what it looks like. A little baby chicken. Oh, I'm spilling a little bit. Let me just get a napkin. Hold on. You just have to be careful with the spillage. That's from me washing the chicken. You want to make sure that you are washing your chicken before you do this. And also you want to pat it dry because we're going to put this in the air fryer and we want it to get crispy. So make sure you just pat it dry before you put it into the oven. So we have patted this dry, and make sure you get it almost dry before you put it into the oven. So let's go through some of the ingredients that you're going to need for this recipe. So we got some pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, paprika, a little bit of olive oil, cayenne pepper, and some salt. We're going to also need some herbs to give our chicken some flavor, right? You want to have a flavorful chicken when you are making your chicken. So I've got here some savory and some fresh thyme. So if you don't have savory or fresh thyme, you can use rosemary or whatever herb you have is fine. So, and even if you don't have fresh herbs, use the ones that you have from Thanksgiving. If you got sage, you got thyme, use that. Whatever you have is fine. So the idea is just some herbs to give the inside of the chicken some flavor. So now that we have gone through everything, we are going to season our chicken. Make sure it's got a lot of flavor. So for this part, I'm going to use a glove. Whatever you want to do. If you are fine with just touching the chicken with your fingers, you can do that. I mean, you're in your kitchen, so however you cook in your kitchen is fine. So this is how I, choose to do it. So that's what I'm going to do. So again, make sure your chicken is dry before you start. So again, we're going to start with the inside of our chicken, and we want to start with that first. So to give our chicken some flavor, we're going to chop up part of an onion, and we're going to put some of the onion that's cut up inside the chicken. So I would just take probably about a quarter of the onion and just big chop, and then you want to just take your chicken and put the onion right into the cavity of the chicken. In good pieces, you want to just, take part of the onion that you've cut and put it inside there. Now, you don't want to fill it up because remember, this is going to be air fried. And if you fill it up, it will become moist and then it won't air fry properly. So you don't want to put a lot. Just put a few pieces in there. Because keep in mind, we're going to put garlic in here, and we're also going to put some herbs in here too. So just a couple of pieces is enough. So we're going to put probably a few sprigs of thyme. That's going to go into the chicken. Just put it right in there. And I just stuff it in there. And then also I have some of the savory here. And we're going to just take some of that. And again, if you don't have savory, if you got rosemary, use some of that. So we have our savory that's going into our cavity of the chicken. So there. So we have our Cornish game hen that we have stuffed with some herbs and also some onion. Now we're going to chop our garlic so that we can get it into our chicken. Just have to remove my gloves so that I could open our garlic. Just want to make sure we clean up a little bit. Make sure we are cleaning as we go along here. Okay, so you gotta break the garlic open. And we're gonna need just one garlic clove is enough. So I've got one garlic clove about that size, big enough. So we're going to just smash our garlic as we usually do. We're using fresh garlic. And we're going to just put it inside. So just crush your garlic and peel the paper there. So what I do with the garlic is I slice it or kind of in strips so that it roasts inside our Cornish game hen. So we are going to put our glove back on. We have our Cornish game hen here, and we're going to just add the garlic right to our cavity where we have our onions and we have our herbs. Just stuff it right in there. It smells so good already. It really, really does. It smells fantastic. Okay, so we've got our cavity of our Cornish game hen stuffed, and now we're going to season it. We need to season it to give it flavor on the outside of our chicken, right? So let's season our chicken. Before we do that, let's wash up a little bit. I want to just make sure you wash your hands. Don't want to contaminate anything while you're working with chicken. So we have our glove here that we're working with, and we're going to just season our chicken. So let's start with the cavity. Going to add some salt. Some pepper. Some onion powder. Some garlic. This is garlic powder. But we're also going to add some onion powder too. If I can get it open, this is where I need another pair of hands. So I got some garlic powder. Just put it right in the cavity. And we got some paprika. A little bit of cayenne. Not too much because you don't want it spicy. Okay, so that's the inside. So now we're going to season the top of the chicken. So we got some pepper, some black pepper. Make sure you get enough on there. And I like black pepper, so sometimes I go a little crazy with it. I'm going to do some cayenne pepper too. Some cayenne pepper. Rub it in there. Not too much because you know the cayenne could be hot. So just enough. We got some garlic. Excuse me. Some garlic powder. I think the pepper is making me sneeze. Does that ever happen to y'all when you are using ground black pepper that you start sneezing? Sometimes that happens to me. Not all the time, but it does happen sometimes. So we've got our seasonings going. This is smelling good already. This is onion powder that I'm adding. Make sure that you are losing some of our onions and stuff in there. Make sure that you spread it around. Make sure the seasoning is going all over the Cornish game hen. And then the last thing we're going to add is a little bit of olive oil, just to help it get crispy, because who doesn't like crispy roast chicken, right? You gotta like have that skin that's crispy. So we're gonna put a little bit of olive oil. If you wanted to use butter here, you can use butter here. It also has a good flavor, but I'm using extra virgin olive oil, so you can use whichever you like. So make sure that your chicken is seasoned to perfection. So we've got our top here that's seasoned. And you want to make sure that you're seasoning it really well. So we've seasoned the top. Let's move on to the bottom, because yes, you want to season the bottom too. The bottom needs to taste good as well. So we're going to flip it over and then just season the bottom with the same seasonings. So we got our paprika. We're going to go through the same ones that we just used on the top. So just make sure you're putting enough where you can taste it. You know, it's not going to be too spicy where you can't eat it. So put a little bit of salt. And can't open up the bottle here. I tell you, if I had another hand, okay, so we need to add some pepper to this. And there we go. Our chicken is seasoned. So we got our chicken here that's seasoned to perfection. There we go. So if your chicken don't look like that, seasoned, I don't want it. I don't want no dry, unseasoned chicken. You got to season your chicken for it to have flavor. So if you don't like to season your food and you don't like to give your food flavor, I don't want it. So I like my food seasoned. And if it doesn't look like that, I don't know. So we have our chicken. We season both sides. Okay. So make sure, you know, this step, if you wanted to do it the day before, you can wash your chicken and dry it in the morning, perhaps before you go to work. And then you dry it, and then you can also season it. And then when you come home, it will be ready, waiting for you to cook. So you can do it up until this point, and then all you have to do is put it into the air fryer. So we have our chicken ready to go here. It's all seasoned, it's been washed and seasoned. So as I said before, we're going to cook this in the air fryer. So while we clean up, I want to take a moment to show you guys the apron that I'm wearing. You can find these aprons if you want one at Alethea Kitchen Corner, at Alethea Owens on TikTok. They are available for sale. We have these, and we also have another kind available for sale. So if you would like one, that's where you can find it. Again, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button so that you can show me a little bit of love, guys, so that I know that you like the videos. And also send me comments on things that you want me to cook for you, or things that you do when you make Cornish game hens at home. So we have our chicken already seasoned, and we are ready to put it into our air fryer. So the air fryers come with these little inserts that you cook your food on. So we're going to just add the chicken onto the insert for the air fryer. If you don't have one that's like this, it may have one that has holes in it. So I would just put aluminum foil on the bottom for any spillage or anything. So who wants to be cleaning up an oven after dinner? Not me. So get that that aluminum foil, or get some of that baking paper that you can find, so it's easy cleanup, because nobody wants to be doing that after eating. So we're going to just put our chicken right onto our little insert here. See that? That's how it should look before it goes in. So we're going to cook this at 375 for about 40 minutes. So we're going to put it into the oven. And then we're going to move on. We said 40 minutes, right, y'all? Okay, so we have our air fryer going, and we are going to have some salad with our Cornish game hen tonight. So let's move on to what we're going to have for our side dish. So let's just continue. So here in a bowl, we're going to have a salad. So I have here some mixed greens with some purple lettuce, some carrots, just greens that you would make with a salad. So I'm going to continue to cut up some vegetables to go into the salad. So I started here with some tomatoes and some onions. That's going to also go in the salad. I'm going to chop up a few more tomatoes to put in the salad to go with the Cornish game hen that we're making. So if you've got, let's clean up a little bit and make a little room first so you guys can see. Okay, so that's a little bit better. So again, we have our lettuces here. We've got some carrots, some purple lettuce in here as well. So we're going to cut up some tomato. I've got Roma tomatoes. So if you don't have Roma tomatoes and you have the plum tomatoes, then use that. Whatever tomatoes you have, if you have grape tomatoes, that will work fine too. So I'm just cutting it up into little pieces. And it doesn't have to be too big, you know, medium size. so that, you know, it's bite size. Just like that. That size is good. So we are going to just add some of the other ones that I cut up to the dish that we have our lettuce in. And I'm going to put it on the side. And the reason why I put it on the side is so that the salad doesn't get soggy. If you put it in the middle with all the lettuces, then it's going to start to get soggy. So I put it on the side until I'm ready to toss it. And then once I'm ready to toss it, then I put it in the middle. So we have our lettuces, and on the side there you see the tomatoes. So I learned that tip from a chef in a restaurant. Sometimes they do it where they put the tomatoes on the bottom and the lettuce is on top, and then when they're ready to serve the customer the salad, then they toss it at the last minute so that things are not soggy and that your lettuces are not wilted, because who wants a wilted lettuce in a salad? You want a fresh lettuce in your salad, right? So that's how you prevent your lettuces from getting wilted. So I'm also going to put some beets. I like sliced beets, but I like the pickled beets. So the pickled beets are a little bit sweeter. It gives a little bit of a sweet taste for your salad. So I like those. It really gives your salad a good flavor. If you don't have beets in the house and you had fruit, maybe some raspberries, or if you got blueberries, you can use those too. So I'm going to use a couple of beets. Now if you wanted to use fresh beets, you want to be careful, because beets, you know, they do color. They do color things. So you want to just be careful of the color. And so you want to just slice them into smaller pieces, just like that. And then again, put them on the side, not in the middle, because you don't want your salad getting wet until it's time to serve it. So we're going to put those on the side until we are ready to eat our dinner. So we have our Cornish hen cooking away. I can hear it in the air fryer. We have our salad that we've made with our lettuces, our tomatoes. We have onion in there, and we have beets. I'm going to add a couple more onions because I don't see enough onions in there for my taste, so I like to see the onions. So I'm just going to chop a few more. And you want to cut it not too big. You want to cut it on the thin side because you don't want to chop into a big onion here. So if you wanted to and you had olives, you could add some black olives here. And you're going to be giving your salad a lot of color here. So you can add that here as well. So you want to just add a variety of things that you have so that your salad is tasty and also colorful at the same time. I didn't have any black olives, but what I do have is blackberries. I love blackberries, so I'm going to add some of those to my salad. And I'm just going to chop the tops off and just add blackberries on the side. So you can really add anything that you like to your salad. I mean, this is a good way for you to get your vegetables and your fruit in at the same time. So, um, and especially when they're sweet, they're delicious. So, there we go, guys. We have our salad that we're going to have with our Cornish game hen, and our Cornish game hen is cooking away. So we're going to let it cook for another 20 minutes. And when I come back, I'm going to show you guys what it looks like when it comes back. Hey everybody, welcome back. So tonight we're making my Sunday roast Cornish game hens with garlic and herb. So we're going to finish making. We also made a salad to go with it, and that's the Cornish hen. That's done. So that was perfect timing. So we are going to make a homemade salad dressing. So it takes a couple of seconds to make. So let's just get that done. So here I've got some apple jelly. If you didn't have apple jelly, then you had pear jelly or whatever kind of jelly you have. You can use that. So I'm going to use about 2 tablespoons right into the bowl there. If you've got orange marmalade, that works as well too. Or any kind of preserves like raspberry or anything like that, that will work here too. So we're going to have that into a bowl. We're going to add just a splash of balsamic vinegar into our bowl. Just make sure you mix the two together. You want to add some salt and pepper. You want to add a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. And this is just really a simple vinaigrette that you're adding, that you're making. And you want to just stir it up a little bit. It's going to become a little thicker. And then I'm going to just add a little bit of hot water to thin it out a little bit. Just some regular hot tap water. And that's it. Just a little bit. You don't need much. And really you just want to stir it until it becomes a little bit thinner. And that's it, everybody. You've got a homemade salad dressing. You literally can make a salad dressing with anything. I mean, it doesn't take much to make a salad dressing. And it's very tasty when you make it with these. I've made it with other things, but it's whatever you have in the refrigerator. I mean, you've got strawberry jam. You can use it here. Mint. If you wanted a mint flavored dressing, same concept here. So you just want to stir it, and you want to just add it to your salad that you made. Remember the salad we made with the tomatoes. Let me show you guys. With the tomatoes, the blackberries, the beets, and all the lettuces that we have. So we're going to just pour that dressing that we made right into the middle of the bowl. Pour it all in there. And then just toss your salad. Toss all your salad with your tomatoes and your lettuce and your beets. Just toss it all in there. The colors are so nice. Wow. Really, really pretty. Really nice, guys. I'm going to show you in 1 minute. And you've got a healthy salad that's colorful and just as flavorful as well. Look at that. Doesn't that look good? It's got the beets, blackberries, different types of lettuces. And then we just added that really, really simple salad dressing that we just made. I mean, if you didn't like apple, you can use strawberry, you can use raspberry, whatever you like, you can add here. If you didn't like beets, you can add peppers. So whatever it is you have in your refrigerator, you can use. This is a great way to use up those vegetables that is not looking so good, but you want to make a salad. Throw them in here, and that way you will have a terrific salad. So we're going to get our Cornish game hen out of the oven. I'll show you what it looks like. It's nice and hot, and it looks crispy, and it took no time at all. I'll show you what it looks like. See that? Nice and crispy, right? We put the seasoning on it, both sides. We've stuffed it with some garlic and some onion. Doesn't that look delicious? It's golden brown, and it cooked in less than 45 minutes. You guys have to try this recipe. Okay, so let's put it on the plate and show you what it looks like. Let me see. So we have some of the cooking juices here. Can you see that on the corner there? And we're simply going to add those juices right to the top of our chicken. If you wanted a crispy chicken, I would put it around so that you didn't disturb the crispiness of the chicken. It smells delicious, y'all. Really, really good. So we have our chicken here. I'm going to put it on the plate so you can see what it looks like. Okay, there we have it, guys. We have our Cornish game hen with herbs that I've added and a little bit of lemon. Let me just move this so you guys can see. Doesn't that look delicious? This is my Sunday roasted Cornish game hens with garlic and herb that we cooked in less than an hour. Look at that. Delicious. And then we have our salad that we made. With the blackberries. We put different types of lettuces in there. We added some tomatoes and also some carrots, and we made a homemade dressing, a salad dressing for our salad. So let's give this a try, y'all. We worked so hard. Let's give it a try. And remember, when you are cooking your Cornish game hens, the juice from the chicken, you can either make a gravy for it, or you can just put it right on top of the chicken like I did, so that it's also moist from the cooking juices. If you wanted to have the crispy skin, then I would serve the sauce on the side. So let's taste some of our salad. Let's see here. Our salad has some beets and some carrots. Here we go, guys. So good. This is like sweet and savory at the same time. You can taste the sweetness of the blackberry. Then you have those beets. With a little bit of the balsamic vinegar. It's a little bit tart. It's so good with the onions in there. Delicious. Now let's try some of the chicken. Get us a knife. Let's try some of the breast meat. Still hot. There you go, y'all. It's moist, tender. Still hot too. Smoke coming out of it. The seasoning, delicious. So flavorful. And it's not too spicy. Even though we used the cayenne pepper, it adds flavor to it. It's not too spicy. But it is delicious, guys. You have to try this recipe. And as you saw, it didn't take that long. It did not take long at all. So there you have it, guys. We made our Sunday roast Cornish game hens with garlic and herb, and then with it we made a salad. So again, if you're new to the channel, hit that like and subscribe button so that when I do more videos like this, you will be one of the first people to see it. Well, thank you guys for spending time with me, and I hope that you join me again when I do a new video on In the Kitchen with Alethea. Bye, guys.